Okay, so I'm just going to show you Drive. And Drive is, I want you to think about it as an online USB stick that has unlimited space that you can put pictures, you can put music, you can put files, you can put songs, whatever you want to put on here is totally fine. And you can access it anywhere that you have Wi-Fi. And if you look at Drive, this is the only thing I go to. So I never ever go to Docs, I never go to Slides, I never go to Sheets, anything like that, because all of that can be accessed when you look at this new button through here. I can make new documents through here, I can make new sheets through here, I can make new slides through here. I tell the same thing to my students. I never ever tell them to go to Docs. I never ever tell them to go to Slides. I always tell them to start in Drive, because again, if we want to conceptualize this, think about Drive as your binders or as your file folders, and everything can be pulled out and accessed from there. You never need to go to the Docs app. You never need to go to the Slides app or the anything. You can find it all through here. You can search anything in this little search bar. It's called the Omni bar, and you can make all kinds of new things by clicking here. So I just want to show you, this video is kind of the basic ways to sort things, okay? So here's how I have it sorted. You can make folders, and everything I have here is organized into different color-coded folders. And I've got my classroom assignments on here, I've got all my lesson plans on here, I've got my daily plan book on here, I've got the committees and different things on here, videos and photos. Everything is sorted out, everything is color-coded. So I just want to show you really basically how to start off by making folders. Everything should be organized in folders, because again, if you don't have things sorted or organized, it's going to be chaotic. And the thing with Google Apps is that it can become chaotic really quickly, and when you're working in chaos, it makes it very, very difficult to be productive. So very simply, if you want to make a folder, okay, and you can use any of my folder ideas that you want. I encourage you to put your daily plan books on here. I encourage you to make a lessons and subjects folder. You just click new, and the first option is folder. Okay, so let's say that you are a math teacher and you teach grade 5 math, grade 6 math, grade 7 math. So let's say that you want to make a folder for all of your grade 7 math. So I'm just going to type in math 7, and I'm going to click create. And what you will see pop up here is a Math 7 folder. Now the default color is gray. That's really, really boring. And again, I'm more interested in this when it becomes, color coded. That's just the type of person I am. So you can simply right click on the file folder, and there's a few options here. And one of the options that you can do is you can change the color. So you can just pick any little color that you want, and you can just click on it. And then there you go, you will have a nice color-coded folder. And to simply get into any folder, you just double-click. And right now you can see that it's an empty folder, all right? And anytime that I'm in this folder, if I make a new document, it'll automatically sort it into the math folder. Okay? Let's say that you've got some documents. So I'm just going to make a couple fake math documents right here. Okay, so I'll just make 2, 3 fake math documents, and I'm not a math teacher, so excuse me if I don't really know anything about this, but I'll just make a little algebra document, and I'll make a math facts document, okay, and I'll make a geometry document, okay. And we can just close these. And what you'll see here is now in my drive, I've got these 3 files. And to me, again, I don't like it when there's just a bunch of files floating around on my main drive page. And I want to put these in the appropriate place. And I'm going to show you really simply how to get these into this math folder. The first thing that you can do is you can just click one, and you can drag it up and drop it in the folder. Okay? Or you can drag your mouse, click and drag over 3 of them, and you can drag them up here, and it'll put it right in the folder. The other thing that you can do is you can highlight them all like this, and then you can right click and you can click move to, and you can pick the folder that you want to move them to. Okay, so if I wanted to put them in Math 7, and then I could just click move. There's all kinds of ways. It's just like your desktop where you can click something, you can drag it in. It's really, really simple. But you need to make file folders to organize your things, or else it's just going to be chaos, and all of your subjects and all of your lessons and all of your files are going to be mixed together. Okay, so I'm just going to drag these into the Math 7 folder. Okay, and now they're all in here when I double click on that folder. You can make folders inside of folders. Okay, so if I want to make a folder just for algebra unit, okay, I can make that folder there. I can color code it by right clicking on it and changing the color, and I can drag my algebra in there. So just like on a PC or on a desktop computer, you can make folders within folders, and I strongly suggest that. And you're going to have some time today to hopefully organize things. I suggest that you have some subject folders. Okay, so if I click on my lessons and subject folders here, you can see that I've got an art, because I teach art, health, ELA, and social studies, and then I've got just some general lessons. And then what I did here is I just put a bunch of files in here just to show you what it looks like when there's all this kind of this chaos. Okay, so I'm going to drag these two files, which are both ELA. I'm going to put them into the ELA folder. Okay, and this is a sample lesson. I'm going to drag it up here, and this is an art rubric, so I'm going to drag it into art, and you can see how simple it is. It's just drag and drop, and my goal is to eventually clean this all up, okay, so that I will have all of my subjects organized. This is social studies. I can drag it up here, and eventually what you want is it just to be nice and clean. Again, because you can make folders within folders within folders and so on, I've got my ELA broken up into assessment, other, reading, speaking, listening, writing, and other ways of representing. Those are all of the strands. So, I might put this in reading. I might put this in reading. And again, if I open this up, I've got folders within folders, and you can see all of my things here. Now, I don't have these color coded just because there's so many, but again, you can see folders within folders within folders. This is how I organize things. Now, for your students, you should have them creating folders as well. I use my Google Drive as an online binder, and I correct it. I correct their learner profiles using their online binder. So my students have an English folder, and it's broken up into reading, writing, speaking, and listening. They have a social studies folder, and they have an art folder. And they can store all of their files on there. They can work on things at home together. Okay. If you want to delete something, let's say that, well, let's get rid of this math, okay, because I'm not going to be using it again. You just click on it, and you simply click delete, and it goes to the trash. If you want to collaborate with someone, if you want to share a folder, so like I have a folder that I share. Maybe I want to share a lesson with someone else. So let's say that I want to share all of my reading lessons with one of my coworkers. So I can just click it, and you can either right click it and click the share button, which is the head with the little plus beside it, or you can click up here, the little right button, and I can share this folder. So let me share it with my colleague whose name is Stephen Foltz. Okay, and I can share it by just typing his name in. Okay, and I can make it so he can edit it, which means he can delete, edit all the files, or that he can view it, so he can just see all the files and download them and access them. Okay, and you just click send, and then they have access to it. It's really great because you can share assignments, you can share files, you can share pictures, you can share videos with colleagues and with students very, very simply just through this method. So once again, to quickly recap, use your Drive for everything, all of your files and all of your documents and everything like that. Create new folders, clicking on new and folder. Search anything you want using the OmniDrive up here, and you can even make it so that it just searches documents, spreadsheets, PDFs, photos, things like that. Okay, and lastly, color code your files.